Today, we're going to be looking at my secret sauce plugin that makes everything super fat without causing an increase in headroom. Okay, let's get at it. Yo, it's Thomas Anthony from FinishBetterMusic.com, where we believe great producers aren't born, they're trained. And today, we're going to be looking at my secret sauce plugin. We're going to dive into a project of mine, and I'm going to show you exactly how I use it on a couple different groups to make it super duper fat. And it's just an awesome plugin. And that plugin is Oxford Inflator. If you don't know about Oxford Inflator, holy smokes, get this plugin. It's actually really sweet for the students of our mentoring program. They get, I think it's like 30 or 50% off of a whole bunch of plugins, but Oxford is one of them because I struck a deal with them to get discounts for our students. But I can't wait to show you this. It's so friggin' sick. Now, before we dive into the music and all the projects, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody who downloaded my new latest single. It's a remix of Burger and Fries by Monkey Twerk. The track is doing amazingly well. The EP is sitting at number 2 on the Bass House charts, number 3 in the Tech House charts, number 9 overall charts on Beatport, which is sick. And my particular remix is number 16 in the Bass House track charts. So it's doing really, really well. I'm super stoked about it. I have a funny video that I'll be, I still gotta make it here, but I will be releasing that when my remix gets released on Spotify on February the 19th. Now, I've been just getting really, really hardcore back into making music, and I am super stoked with all the music that I've been making. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of this new remix that I just started last week for Case of the Mondays. If you don't know them, they are based out of Whistler in Canada, and they're a badass little duo, and I remixed one of their songs. And you know when those songs just come together and you have a good vocal and the bass line just writes itself? That's what happened. I needed that. I was just getting back into making music mode because I was doing so much mentoring stuff over the last couple months, and I hadn't really been focusing on my own music. So this was a great little Jimmy rig to get my mojo back. And since then, I've been writing a ton more music. So I'm really, really stoked about that. Okay, let's take a listen to this. I'll give you a little sneak peek of this remix. Okay, so the remix is called My Girl. I'm so excited to show you guys this because it sounds badass as fudge. Super simple vocals. Basically, I only took the vocals and just reworked everything else in it. But I'll show you how the first drop sounds.
My girl, your girl, 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 my girl, your girl. My girl is way too fly, and she don't even try. My girl is way too fly, and she don't even try. My girl.
Anyways, how sick is that? I can't wait to play that in the summer somewhere. Hopefully things will be open in the summertime so that it can, man, I really want to dance around to it. I actually have the sickest idea for a music video that I'm stoked to tell you guys about, but I won't show you actually right now because it's a little bit of secret, but I will show you eventually. Okay, let's get into the song and show you Oxford Inflator. Okay, so let's look at it first on the kick. This is the kick drum that I got going on here. I'll just solo the little kicky poo. Now, this is it with Oxford Inflator and without. Now, you're probably going to want to listen to this in headphones so that you can really appreciate the small little boost that this thing gives. But the main thing is that basically this is the amount of the effect in, and the curve of the effect actually gives it, I find it gets a little brighter when you put the curve up to the positive, and if you bring it to negatives, it gets a little duller. So let's go back to 0 and we'll start playing with this. So I usually like to push it up into the positive curve, but let's over exaggerate this so you get the gist of what it does. So I'm going to give 0 effect. Now we can clearly hear that kind of shapes the sound a little bit differently. So I like to, and I feel like it has a little bit more of attack with that as well, and then I'll just dial back. And I find around there is like the sweet spot. I like doing about 50% and like around 22-25% on the curve. I just give it a little bit of boost. This is actually quite exaggerated for the kick drum. I don't really give it that much in the kick drum, but if we listen to it on the drums, let's have a little listen-y poo with it on the drums, the drum group, so the top group. Now, instantly when we put this on, you can feel that the drums just start to come to life and they just start brightening up and they just start getting fat. Now, what's awesome about this is that if we look at this again, as we're raising this, the effect here, it's not actually giving any output, like increased output gain. So the peaks still stay the same, but you're getting an added like brightness, or it's basically inflating the sound. I don't really know exactly I've done some research and I can't find out exactly what it does behind the scenes. All I know is that it inflates the sounds. I was told by what's his face from Hotcakes, Decline, a while back. He's like, yo, you got to get this plugin. And I was like, shit, son, okay. And I just tested it out. Then I stopped using it for a while. And then other mentors of mine really told me about it. And I really jumped back on that train. Next one, let's check out the bass bus. So this is the main bass of the song. Oopsie doodle. Now, if I turn this down, I'm going to slowly increase the effect and you can just listen to what happens. It's like we're getting a little bit extra frequencies up here, but it's just warming up the sound a whole bunch. Now let's crank it all the way up, and then I'll put the curve up to the positive and to the minus. It's way more dull, way more bright with a little bit more transients. Now, there is another cool way to actually use this, and I saw this from Disclosure. So basically, they cranked the effect up the whole way and made sure, they put the, what was it on? I think they put the clip, turned the clip off, and then they cranked up the input gain. Oh yeah, that's what it was. They pushed it in hard into the input, turned the effect on, but kept the curve at 0. And it gives a nice effect as well. It's sort of just like clipping at the top, so you're just like pushing it into basically like a limiter, but it's like a clipper, but it makes it sound warmer. So really, really, really nice plugin. I honestly tell all my students, like, if all the plugins that I suggest, get that one, because I literally put it on everything. I put it on my master, I put it on my pre-master, not the pre-master, I put it on my master, I put it on all my chains, I put it on individual sounds where they need to be. It just is an awesome plugin. It's up there with my top favorite saturators. Like, it's definitely my top favorite saturator, that and the Ableton saturator. I actually made a post over on my Instagram about my top 5 favorite saturators, so go check that out if you want to know my top 5. There's some really, really good ones in there. And yeah, go follow me on Instagram. If you're over there, I tell you all about my music and stuff coming up on this like the row. Then I have one about all my videos, and then I just have useful production tips that are super duper helpful. So if that's something you're interested in, go give me a follow. And I'm posting stories daily, just kind of me in the studio and all that jam. And if you want to learn how to make electronic music and you want some help from a mentor who's like making music, if you like the music that I'm making, go over to FinishBetterMusic.com, check out our mentoring program. We're opening it up again in April, so in 2 months. So jump on here and you can sign up, just fill out all this information. It gives us all the information we need to figure out what kind of steps we need to take to get you to your goals, and then we'll set up a free strategy session where you can chat with me and we'll figure out a plan for to go from start to finish to get you to your goals. But that won't be until April, so get on the waiting list, because there is a waiting list. In the meantime, if you want some free resources, there's also some free resources right here. So that's going to wrap things up for this week. Again, follow me on Instagram, all that mamma jamma. Thank you guys so much for the support. I'm going to be just working on mad hella tunes over the next, I don't know, several months. I'm super stoked for that. I'm really, really like keen to get back into music. Have some sweet party tunes for the summer. Have some sweet chill tunes for the summer. And yeah, just thank you everybody for everything. I love you all. Peace.
Having somebody actually sit down with you and walk through each step of the music creation process was life changing.
And this was actually one of the best things that I spent my money on in my whole life. Like seriously, like it changed everything for me.
Like the quality of the songs that I've done in 8 weeks. I have 4 or 5 tracks that are like, the idea is good, different genres. Yeah, man, thank you, really.
I mean, I can safely say that since then, I've been making one of my favorite tracks, including the track that we worked on together. And I would definitely suggest Thomas to anyone who wants to advance their production skills.
I would recommend this program to anyone that is looking to further their knowledge in producing. You'll not only have a great mentor, but you'll have the skills and the tools necessary to create the best music that your mind can put down.
And that was one of the big things for me. It's like it was a kick in the ass without somebody actually kicking me in the ass.
Definitely the experience I got from you guys is just amazing. It's just, yeah.
That's basically it. I just wanted to say that investing in this mentorship program was probably one of the best things I ever did for music.
I felt so lost before, like starting a song, like it could just go any direction. I don't have like a pretty good sense of like what I want to do and like how to do it.